Well, it turns out that Lafayette did open up some sort of pathway, or I don't know. So now, as Jesus put it, he's more sensitive and he can see people's secrets as Jesus is able to do, and that was really good. Uh something Ellis. I can't think of his first name now. He was awesome when when Lafayette and Jesus were in that hallway at Merlot's, and they were talking, and Lafayette was telling Jesus about how, oh my goodness, am I going to be schizophrenic like my mother? And he was freaking out. The acting that Lafayette was doing, I cannot think of the actor's name, but he was fabulous. That was really good because I really felt like, yeah, he was losing it, and that makes perfect sense. Because at first I was like, I mean, he's been on V before, but obviously these visions or whatever he was having were different, and he was afraid that he was going to be schizophrenic like his mother. So that totally made sense. Um, but his visions, like Sam, and did you hear? Like I said before, there was a way more audio editing in this. This has been the most audio editing I feel like, or every once in a while, there's Suki, of course, with her telepathy, but this one had a lot from everybody. Uh, so when Sam is opening the bar for him, and he sees Sam's bloody hands, and Sam said, "You double cross me, I'll kill you." And then when he was oh, did you see that plate of food he had? I was like, "Woo, that was good." Crawfish and corn. I know that was so good. Anyway, when Arlene is standing there to get her order, and Renee shows up, and it's Renee talking about that's my baby, and Arlene saying I'm in hell. Oh, that was all really good. So this will be interesting. So it's kind of a different play. Actually, like this kind of better than Suki reading minds. So I'm liking this. So this will give us a little insight into a lot more. Well, a lot of insight into a lot of stuff. Next season coming up, this is going to be his new power. It's kind of dead zoney. Only he doesn't have to touch you. He can just look at you and see what's going on. So I enjoyed that the couple of times it happened. So as long as they do it only like once per episode or whatever, like it'll be good. So Jesus is a witch and a nurse, as Lafayette points out, and a dude. I thought if male witches are warlocks, but I guess not. Let's see. Um, that's it. That's all my notes on Lafayette. I'm glad they kind of left it where he'll just be able to talk to Jesus more and work this out. But he's been able to like back off of thinking he was crazy, which is not a fun place to be, I am sure. So I'm happy with how his storyline kind of like not came to a close, but sort of like wound down at the end of this season. So I was satisfied with the resolution of what was going on, and I look forward to his storyline next season. Well, I am glad that instead of trying to fake us out and make us think that Tara was going to kill herself, they made it that Tara wanted to get out of town. Like, if she had offed herself, I don't think I could watch True Blood anymore. Like, seriously, I think I would have been done. I really would have. But she did, because who's going to kill themselves with a pair of scissors? Like, and those look like rusty scissors. So she cuts off all of her braids. Fine, whatever. But clearly, nobody on this show is familiar with what happens to your hair after you've had braids in for a while. Because it's not going to be kind of curly and wavy like that, I can tell you that much. But, so she has new hair. So this will give her a new attitude. And she just needs to get out of there. She was right. Like, well, it's just like anything. When one person really, really, really wrongs you, then you can develop a prejudice for all of those people, be it somebody of another race, or be it somebody of your own race. Like it could be somebody blonde really wronged you, and you don't like blondes anymore, or you know what I mean. So she's just kind of done with all Supernatural. Like she's just finished. And I said this in my previous review when she was going to the groups and all this other stuff. Russell was crazy. He could have been any dude that she picked up in a bar that happened to be crazy. He just happened to be both crazy and a vampire. So I still feel that way. Like she's going off on vampires, but she happened to have this crazy vampire because she picking up a dude in a bar. So, but I agree. She was right. She realized what was wrong with her. She needed a break. So it was time to have a break. And she did. So she didn't stop in there to see Lafayette. I know that. And was that Marianne's car? Because we did get a white convertible, but I distinctly remember Marianne having a convertible. So that was Marianne's car, wasn't it? I think it was. But I know she didn't stop in there to see Lafayette and tell him bye. So hopefully she'll text. Because now Sookie's waiting for her to show. Well, Sookie went to the cemetery. But still, after she comes back, she's not going to stay there that long. She's going to be looking for Tara to come back. So hopefully she gets where she's going and emails or texts everybody and lets them know what's going on. But I applaud her decision. Even if she doesn't stay gone, sometimes you just need a break. And Tara needed a break. So I'm glad she decided to take one. Now, Sam, you all, Sam is something else. Sam is something else. I don't know. I feel like I heard a thump after he shot. And I think he hit Tommy. And the reason I think that also is that when Lafayette had his little vision of Sam as Sam was opening the bar for him, Sam's secret was that, you double cross me, I'll kill you. That or you die. I can't remember now. It was one of them, which it's a variation of the same thing. And I think he shot Tommy. I really do. Now, I'm glad he told Tara about the shifting, and he was just like, you know what? This is who I am. I'm tired of making up stuff. Love it or leave it. One or the other. Those are your choices. And Tara left it. She couldn't deal. So Sam was probably like tired. And yes, Sam's right. It is. It's all about the bacon grease. It is all about the bacon grease. I have not had pancakes with bacon grease in a really long time. Or they were calling them hoe cakes. Like here in Chicago, we call them pancakes. So, but no. When you cook pancakes with bacon grease that you put in a jar, keep in the refrigerator, and you use that to grease that skillet, when after you made some pancakes, to cook the pancakes in, it is. It's a whole nother level of pancake. So that's the truth. That's the absolute truth. So he and Tommy. I mean, I don't know. My thing is, Tommy's all poor me, but why were you being a jerk? Why were you being a jerk to him? If you were this freaked out and worried about what was going to happen if you were going to get kicked out, why be a jerk? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, you can have like angst and I'm poor me and I had a rough life, but if you're treating somebody like crap, eventually they're going to get tired of it. And Sam did help him out. He could work in the bar and he was busting tables, gave him his own apartment. He would have given Tommy more money, I know, if he had asked for it. He was talking about sending him to school. I mean, even granted, okay, I can't read, whatever. You could have told Sam that, and he would have been like, oh, okay, we'll get you some help. And it's just for you, like Sam had it. Like he was done. He was past worried about him anymore. But that's Tommy's fault. That actually has nothing to do with Sam. Because Sam was trying, Sam tried. So, granted, I mean, I didn't want him to shoot Tommy, but Tommy should have come correct in the beginning instead of being a jerk. Because he has been a jerk to Sam. A jerk. Now, he didn't when he saw Sam wasn't playing, then it was, I'll do it. But no, it's too late. It's just too late. So, I don't know. And what did he do? Drag the safe? Why were there? I could not get a clear picture of that as to why the safe had been drug from one corner of his office to the other. I didn't get that. So, and how did he find Tommy? He smelled him? Because Sam's running out the bar with the gun. And then Lafayette and Jesus were in the hallway, and then Sam left. Then the next thing we know, he's driving down the road chasing Tommy. Unless I missed something. But I sat here, watched the entire episode. I didn't get up. So, he tracked him by scent. That's my assumption. Anyway, I think he shot Tommy, y'all. I think Tommy is no more, and this is another skeleton in Sam's closet. It really is. So, I guess we'll find out next season. Well, I was really excited. I was excited as Sookie was to see Alcee come into the bar. I loved how Russell was like, "Oh, it's my wares, and they're coming to save me." And it's Alcee because Eric called him. Sookie didn't know that at first. Like I said before, she comes running over like, "How'd you know to come see me?" And he's like, "No, Eric called me." And oh, I'm so happy to see you, but oh, that was too funny. Too funny. Who's not gonna get excited when Alcee shows up and you think he's there for you? But I loved how he smirked that smirk at Bill as Sookie was rescinding on her vampire invites. And it's like, oh, you can't go over to her house, but I can go over to her house if I want to. And clearly he wants to. He's been having dreams about her. And I'll say it's pretty smooth with the lines and like how he was talking to her at the bar. It was really nice. I'm glad his family's okay. I'm glad Janice is okay. I really liked his sister. She just reminded me of Adriana from The Sopranos. And I wish that like she had come to stay with him a little longer or something, and she could have been over there when Sookie came over and they could have talked more. So hopefully we'll see more of her and more of him. Well, clearly it looks like we're going to see more Alcee next season. She calls him Alcide. She pronounces the D, and I thought you weren't supposed to pronounce the D. But I guess so. So yeah, I'd like to see some more of her. I like the sister. Unfortunately, it looks like we might see Debbie again. And that I am not happy about at all whatsoever. Really hoping, because why would they bring her up? For him to mention that, oh yeah, she's gone missing or whatever. Like, they brought her up because she's going to be back. So, I don't know. Does she date him in the books? Because I know there's werewolves in the books, but I'm excited. I am hoping to see Alcee back again. And, like, at the beginning of next season, like, episodes 1 and throughout the season. I hope so.